This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started, can I just say thank you very much to everybody for supporting the channel, for supporting the videos, for watching the videos. I hope you're taking what you learn away from the videos and really applying it to what you're doing moving forwards. That's the objective of this video, really. I mean, I can bring you the horses, but I'm not going to be here all the time. People maybe need to sort of latch on to some of these families themselves. Right, what I'm going to do today is it's National Hunt Racing Review Day today. We reviewed part one of the 2023 Punchestown Festival in Ireland a few weeks ago. I finally found a bit of time to be able to review the last 3 days. It might be a relatively short video. We're only going to take a look at 2 races containing 3 horses. So let's get on with it now. The first race we're going to take a look at was on the 29th. It was or was it the 28th even? It was the 28th, I think. Yes, it was. It was the Grade 2 Mare's Chase. We had two horses running for us in this. We had Impervious, who was going from strength to strength and had won at the Cheltenham Festival. And we also had Allegory Devassi, who, to be honest, has disappointed me a bit. I had high hopes for her. She won a graded hurdle for me last year, got her chase season off to a great campaign, great start. But to me, I think she's flattened out somewhat, even before this run. So we're going to take a look at this race now, and we're going to see what happens, and then we'll take a look at the horses in question.
Away they go. And the Hanlon Concrete Irish EBF Glencadig Lady Frances Flood Mare's Grade 2 Chase. 6 runners and setting off to make it. On the run to the first of 15 fences is Ornstein, followed by Impervious. And then last year's runner-up, Ellie May the Grey on the outside of Allegory Devassi. And then Riviere de Tell and Echoes of Family. Nicely spaced out coming to the second fence on the approach to the straight at Ornstein the leader from Impervious, Allegory Devassi, Ellie May next. Big jump by Allegory Devassi in third, then Riviere de Tell, already chased along, Echoes of Family in rear of the 6-runner field as they approach fences 3 and 4 in the home straight. They're racing in single file, Ornstein followed by Impervious, and Allegory Devassi, Ellie May, Riviere de Tell, Echoes of Family. On to fence number 4 and the last one next time. And the 6-runner Hanlon Concrete Irish EBF Glencadig Lady Frances Flood Mare's Grade 2 Chase. Over 2 miles, 5 furlongs. Fence number 4 and the last one next time. And popping it good 4 to 5 lengths in front, Ornstein and Danny Mullins. In second place is Impervious, conqueror of Allegory Devassi and the mares at Cheltenham. In third place is That Mare, the mount of Paul Townend. And then Riviere de Tell, Keith Donahue, Ellie May, Simon Torrance deputising for Mark Walsh. And the third grey at the back of the field is Echoes of Family and JJ Slevin. Uphill to fence number 5. Ornstein not so far in front of Impervious, Allegory Devassi in third. Then Riviere de Tell, Ellie May and Echoes of Family. Turning to the fence at the top of the hill, which is number 6. Ornstein in the lead from Impervious, a gap to Allegory Devassi. Then the 3 greys, Riviere de Tell, the red cap, and the blinkers, Ellie May, and last of all is Echoes of Family in the yellow coloured jacket as they go downhill towards halfway. Another 9 fences left to jump. And bowling along out in front is Ornstein. From Impervious, the favourite. Third is Allegory Devassi, then Riviere de Tell. Ellie May is now near to the back, is one behind. That's Echoes of Family going to their first ditch. First of two, which come up close together at the bottom of the track. It's Onsty safely over from Impervious, Allegorie de Vassy, Riviere de Tel, Ellie May, and Echoes of Family. On to the next. This is 8 from the finish. As they reach the halfway stage, Onsty up and over by 4 lengths to Impervious. Riviere de Tel joins Allegorie de Vassy for the third, and then Ellie May and Echoes of Family. Down the far side they go with 7 fences left to jump. And it's Onsty, yet to be headed, maintains a good 4-length advantage over Impervious. And then Allegorie de Vassy disputing third with Riviere de Tel, who's followed by Ellie May and Echoes of Family. First of 3 down the far side, with just over a mile to go. Onsty in front from Impervious, who's chased from the drop of the flag, and then Allegorie de Vassy, Riviere de Tel, Ellie May and Echoes of Family. 6 to jump. Middle fence down the far side coming up, and it's Onsty, followed by Impervious, Allegorie de Vassy, and down at the back, Echoes of Family. Both horse and rider are quickly on their feet as they jump the 5th last fence in the last ditch. Onsty, not so far in front of Impervious, who's now within a couple of lengths, then Allegorie de Vassy. Riviere de Tel pushed and shoved along on the inside of Ellie May. 5 mares left in it as they return to their point of departure. 4 fences left to jump. In the Handling Concrete Irish EBF Glencadig Lady Francis Flood Mares Grade 2 chase. Off the back they race. 4 to jump. Onsty by 2.5 to Impervious. In third is Allegorie de Vassy, and then Ellie May. And struggling to lie up with them is Riviere de Tel. 4 to jump. Half a mile to run. Onsty, stalked by Impervious. Over in third, Allegorie de Vassy, then Ellie May and Riviere de Tel. They head for the third last. Onsty and Danny Mullins, followed 2 lengths back by Impervious and Brian Hayes. Very much with them in third is Allegorie de Vassy and Paul Townend, and then Ellie May and Simon Torrance. Onsty got the top rung there, and Impervious looms on the outside. 3 lengths back to Allegorie de Vassy, who's chasing them in third, and then Ellie May. As they round the home turn, Impervious joins issue with the long-time leader Onsty. Allegorie de Vassy now ridden along in third, followed by Ellie May, and with 2 left to jump, it is Impervious who hits the front from Onsty and Allegorie de Vassy, and they're followed by Ellie May, and in between the final 2 fences, it is Impervious kicking away from Onsty, Allegorie de Vassy, and then Ellie May, and coming to the final fence, it's Impervious and Brian Hayes into the last, and safely over with a widening advantage of 8 to 10 lengths, as Impervious stretches her unbeaten run to 5 over fences, winning impressively the Handling Concrete Irish EBF Glencadig Lady Francis Flood Mares Grade 2 chase for Brian Hayes, Colin Murphy and JP McManus. What a season they've enjoyed with this mare. Second on
I mean, we can review these races under fair use, you know, whenever we like. And that is what we intend to do here. I mean, what a fantastic performance that was from Impervious. I mean, people saw at the Cheltenham Festival that this horse had the battle, the stomach for a battle, because Allegorie de Vassy, I think, headed her at Cheltenham, and Impervious roared back to gain victory on that day. And in this race here, I think there can be no doubt at all that even with 11 stone 3 and the winner, and the second only getting 10 stone 12, Impervious has absolutely destroyed the field. 162 rating when the second and the third barely over the 140 mark. I think that, to me, says it all about that race. A magnificent performance from the Shantou side filly. Absolutely magnificent. I mean, people just have to watch this mare go round. These mares' chases, I've embraced them. You know, Cole Reevy, I identified how well bred that one was. I wasn't surprised when it beat Monkfish and Envoy Allen on that day it did. Looking at the pedigree of all 3 horses, all I will say is there is some wonderfully bred National Hunt mares out there, if people take the time to look. You know, I try and bring some to you that I like. Other people might like other families, like Ellie May, for instance, is another one. Ellie May I've followed in the past. She's won the Paddy Power chase for me in the past. She's actually half sister to Goshen. You know, people might not even know that if they hadn't took the time to look. You know, so they could have been back in Goshen, watching it throw races away, and then watching Ellie May win, and not even knowing the two horses were related. You know, that's the dangers of horse racing. You know, that's why people need to cover every base if they can, beyond reason. The two horses in question, Impervious, well, people just need to look. The commentator touched on it there. 5 consecutive chase victories. We actually identified her back in October, when it won the first time out, I think. And since then, it has gone from absolute strength to strength. It really has. 150, 155, 159, and then a final romp by 11 lengths, 162. She is without a doubt a superb filly, a superb National Hunt Jumps mare. And at times in that race, I thought she was toying with the rivals. That unfortunately includes our other selection in the race, Allegory de Vassy, who is only 6 years old, but being French bred. People look last year, she beat Brandy Love, subsequent Group 1 winner that day, by 3.5 lengths. And it was looking so good in them first 2 runs, both successes over Grade 2 by 19 lengths, improving nicely, 153, 159. Since then, March and April, the horses get worse than every start it's had. 155, 150, and 141. I mean, tricky to weigh up Allegory de Vassy at the moment, but that is one for another day. Like I said there, though, Impervious, living up to her name with an absolutely magnificent performance. Right, that was all we had on the Friday. On the Saturday, we need to take a look at one race. That is what we're going to do now. And the race in question was the final Grade 1 of the festival, the 4-year-old hurdle. And the horse we had running for us there was Nuzret, the Joseph O'Brien owned horse who had bounced back to form, winning a Grade 2 in the UK. And his form was solid rather than spectacular heading into this race. In what looked a very good race, horses like Lossiemouth in there as well. It was a very good renewal of the race. So before we take a look at the last horse to run for us at this Punchestown Festival, let's watch the race, shall we?
Tape released and away they go in the final Grade 1 of the festival, the Ballymore champion 4-year-old hurdle. Straight to the front goes Your Honour, leading Galamarceau and Lossiemouth, followed by Enjoy the Dream. Next on the inside, Zadak the Brave, with the white cap is Nuzred, and then Cinsa. Jack of a Cavern is the back marker as they stream out over their first flight. 9 to jump. It's Your Honour, the leader, from Galamarceau. In third place, the favourite Lossiemouth. So Good in the Triumph, and then Enjoy the Dream with Zadak the Brave. The final 3 are Sensen, Nuzred, and Jack of a Cavern. Now the mount of Richie Deegan as they go uphill to flight number 2. Your Honour, Gavin Broder. They make the running from Galamarceau and Danny Mullins. And third is Lossiemouth and Paul Townend, disputing the fourth. Enjoy the Dream, Dad O'Keefe, and Zadak the Brave, Daddle Jacob. Next is Sensen, Brian Hayes. On the inside is Nuzred and JJ Slevin with the back marker, Jack of a Cavern, and Richie Deegan going uphill to flight number 3. Little changes in the order. It is Your Honour in front of Galamarceau, Lossiemouth, Enjoy the Dream. Then comes Zadak the Brave, and Cinsa, Nuzred, and Jack of a Cavern. Downhill they go to the 4th. It's Your Honour bowling along 2.5 in front of the stable companions Galamarceau and Lossiemouth, and Enjoy the Dream and Zadak the Brave. Cinsa's 2 behind, Nuzred and Jack of a Cavern. Continuing downhill to flight number 4, which brings them into the back straight and the Ballymore champion 4-year-old hurdle. The leader is Your Honour from Galamarceau and Lossiemouth. No changes in the first 3. Then Zadak the Brave jumping up on the inside of Enjoy the Dream, and then Sensen, Nuzred, and Jack of a Cavern remains last of the 8. Inside the final 10 furlongs, it's Your Honour striding on 3 clear of Galamarceau, a length in front of the third running Lossiemouth. Then Enjoy the Dream, continuing to contest the 4th with Zadak the Brave, and then Sensen, Nuzred, and Jack of a Cavern. Down the far side they go with 5 flights to jump as they come up to the halfway stage. The leader is still Your Honour from Galamarceau and Lossiemouth. further spaced out than at an earlier point, and then Zadak the Brave and Enjoyed the Dream, those two racing together. 4 lengths to Censer, then Nuzret and Jack of a Cavern is detached. 4 flights left to jump, 7 furlongs to go. And it is Your Honour upping the ante in front, followed by Gala Marceau and Lossiemouth. And then comes Enjoy the Dream and Zadak the Brave, Censer, Nuzret, Jack of a Cavern. The 4th last flight, Your Honour, with a reduced advantage over Gala Marceau. And 3rd is Lossiemouth. On the inside is Zadak the Brave, and then Enjoy the Dream as they tighten up with just over 5 furlongs to go and 3 flights to jump. Your Honour, gathered in by Gala Marceau, who's now within a length and a half. Half a length back to in 3rd place, Lossiemouth. A length and a half then to 2 lengths to Zadak the Brave and Enjoy the Dream. And then Nuzret, who's picked off Censer with the back marker, Jack of the Cavern. 3 to jump, it's Your Honour from Gala Marceau. On the outside is Lossiemouth, and then Zadak the Brave, Enjoy the Dream next with Nuzret, Censer ridden along, and then Jack of a Cavern racing for the 2nd last flight. Your Honour is joined by Gala Marceau. Slipstreaming them in 3rd place is Lossiemouth. Then Zadak the Brave, Enjoy the Dream, and Nuzret, a gap then to Jack of a Cavern and Censer turning into the straight of the final flight and the Ballymore champion 4-year-old hurdle. It's Gala Marceau tracked in by Lossiemouth. Zadak the Brave after them in 3rd and closing up the inside. It's a wave of 3 on the run towards the final flight, and it's Lossiemouth now centre the front from Zadak the Brave. In 3rd is Gala Marceau. They come to the final flight. The leader is Lossiemouth from Zadak the Brave, and over the last it's Lossiemouth from Zadak the Brave. Now there's 2 legs between them. In 3rd place is Gala Marceau. It's Lossiemouth in front. Is a joy. Lossiemouth wins the Ballymore 4-year-old champion from Zadak the Brave. Gala Marceau. In 4th was Nuzret. It's all 17s for Willie Mullins. Festival winners and championships. The 6th title for the exceptional Paul Townend.
A good race that was. I enjoyed it. Very good race. Lossiemouth there, the Triumph Hurdle winner. Getting the job done yet again, taking advantage of her mare's allowance to win by 1.5 lengths from Zadak the Brave, who I think ran a good race. Very interesting the way the hurdlers have worked out this year. Lossiemouth and Beau Zenith both won their races at Auteuil on the same day, and Lossiemouth has proved to be the best. And I latched on to Beau Zenith, who went down by a head in a Grade 1 in Aintree and never even got to the Cheltenham Festival. Unfortunate year, but that's how things work out. I'd make the same decision again if I was faced with the same 2 horses. Nuzret on that day, well, you saw there by yourself, you see. The fillies were in front of her again. She finished 3.5 lengths behind Gala Marceau for about £5 or £6 there. So Nuzret was actually given a higher rating than Gala Marceau despite finishing behind her on the track. Only 2 behind Lossiemouth, really. 8 lengths for £7. You know, these fillies' allowance, a good friend of mine, Steve Allpress, he's right. You know, they are brutal. You know, there's not much between Nuzret and Lossiemouth if you take the fillies' allowance away. Zadak the Brave would probably be the best. But a very interesting race indeed. Now, too, we're going to look at Nuzret first. Nuzret, you'll see that the form over hurdles is what it is. You know, his best run was, according to them, that when he ran to 135. So 132 at Aintree when he was behind Beau Zenith. So they're 2 quite a similar level, really, you'd have to say. And Grade 1, the Grade 2 win at Kempton was only deemed worthy of a mark of 125. One thing that is interesting, though, with old Nuzret is the colours. I mean, I've never seen Nuzret run round in those colours. People will notice that since then he's won a £27,000 handicap on the flat in June. The race to the Ebor handicap where he won by a cosy length and a half. Yeah, so this horse has got prospects on the flat without any shadow of a doubt towards the rest of the season. Still an end tyre. There's not many Grade 2 winning end tyres going round in the 4-year-old hurdle sphere. Absolutely fantastic to see that the connections have chosen not to geld the horse as of yet. Still running perfectly respectably. He's won the road to the Ebor, so you would imagine that he is actually 20 to 1 for the Ebor at the end of August for those looking to chance one of my jumps horses on the flat. They'd be, look at the video of Nuzrek and see what a flat horse it is related to. That's all I will say on that matter. But for now, that's the end of the Punchestown Festival. We've finally got to the end of the 2023 National Hunt season that we've looked at. Excuse me. I think it's time now, really, heading until maybe we might have runners at the Galway Festival, but hopefully now the National Hunt racing can be put on the back burner a bit now, heading towards Cheltenham in March. Then we'll start again with these 4 festivals. You've got the Dublin Racing Festival, actually, before Cheltenham that we did last year for the first time. I imagine with the amount of Irish horses that I've identified, that'll be happening again next year. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I'm still here on this planet to be able to do that. And hopefully, who knows what next year will bring. Hopefully before next year, I'll have trimmed the list down a bit, caught up with all the National Hunt horses, maybe booted a few off the list, and decided which ones we're going to move forward. Well, I'm going to move forward. Obviously, you guys are free to move forward with whichever ones you choose not to or choose to. But for now, I'm just going to wrap this video up. There will be a copy of all the National Hunt horses at the end of the video, as well as maybe a National Hunt Racing playlist so people can look at the reviews as well, seeing as though this is the last one. But for now, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you very much for supporting the videos, the channels, etc., etc. It is very much appreciated. It gets the message out there. The more people that know about these horses, the better. I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was in everybody's best interest to have an interest in these horses. I just wouldn't do it. The last thing I'm looking to do is steer people away from horses that are any good. But for now, I will leave this video here and leave it there. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.